Hey everyone, Megan here, and today is my video on Little Women. So this is part of the Louisa May 2020 read-along that I'm hosting with Kate Howe. We are reading one book by Louisa May Alcott every month, and for December it was Little Women by not Lucy Maud Montgomery, Louisa May Alcott. Oh my, this is a wonderful start. Anyways, this is one of my favorite books of all time, and I'm really, I was so glad to reread it again. I've read it many, many times. So I am looking forward to reading Little Men in January and kind of going straight from Little Women into Little Men. So, because I've had a lot of Little Women content coming out on this channel lately, and I'm sure there will be more Little Women content coming out, the new movie that I want to talk about with Saoirse Ronan and Emma Watson. Oh, I'm so excited! Anyways, so I'll just keep this one brief because I could talk about this forever, so I might as well just pick some things that really stand out to me right now. So one thing I thought I would mention, I don't think I've ever talked about it on this channel before, but when I was 9 years old, I had the privilege of playing Amy in a stage version of the first 2 chapters of Little Women. So it ended up being about a half-hour play. So I played Amy, and my sister Emma, she's the sister who does not have a YouTube channel, she's about a year older than me, she played Jo. Now, I thought I'd give you a little bit of background, tell you a little story of how I got cast as Amy. So I was 9 years old. In the book, at the beginning, Amy is 11 years old, Jo is 15, Meg is 16, and Beth is 13. But, so I heard that my school was doing Little Women, and I was like, oh, I want to be in it. My dream is to play Jo. That's my dream. And so I was going around saying, I want to play Jo. I want to play Jo. And I saw a little bit of hesitation in my drama teacher's face, I could tell that she was not keen on casting me as Jo, and I kind of ignored that. I was like, oh, whatever. I was reading into that. But then, I was in the cafeteria saying I'm going to audition for Jo. I want to play Jo. And then one of the older girls, she was 2 years older than me, she goes, you're too little to play Jo. And I was so frustrated by that. I was so irritated, but I knew that she was right. I remembered how my teacher had looked. I remembered that she had hesitated when I said that. I remembered that she's probably right. I probably am too young to play Jo. So I went to the next best thing. I said, fine then, I want to play Amy. And she said, you're too little for that too. And I said, no, I'm not. So then I started going around the school all day saying, I want to play Amy. I want to play Amy. And so my teacher heard this, and I auditioned for Amy, and I got it. And my sister, Emma, got Jo. And I was very happy for her. I wasn't jealous at all. It was such a fun rehearsal process. It was so enjoyable playing, a family with my sister and a couple of our friends. Oh, it was so fun. So anyways, I just thought I'd share that. Now moving on to my actual thoughts on the book. One theme in Little Women that always strikes me every time is how faith-based it is. Louisa May Alcott in this book is always talking about God and how he's the one who helps them in their pain. It's really beautiful, but the thing is that it's so based on good works. So they're always talking about earning their salvation, basically. They're always talking about doing good things so that God will love them and not send them to hell. And that's actually not true. God already loves you, even if you make mistakes, even if you sin. He already loves you, and there's nothing you can do to change that. So all you need to do is follow him, follow Jesus, and you're saved. You don't need to earn that salvation. So I wish that Louisa May Alcott had known that good news. I feel like that would have released her from so much. Another theme in this book, which is more of a minor theme that comes in later on in the book, in the good wives half of this book, is, so Amy especially, she talks about, and Jo, they both talk about this, what is talent, what is genius? So I think Amy says something like, no amount of hard work can make talent genius. That isn't the exact words, but it's something like that. And I disagree with that. There's lots of studies on how hard work makes you successful, even if you aren't necessarily the most talented person. I mean, sometimes it's good if you start out with a bit of talent, but what really matters is that hard work. There was a study done on the Beatles. They played some crazy amount of hours, I don't even know, 40,000 hours or 80,000 hours or something in Hamburg. And they became so good at performing because they played hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Same thing with someone like Beethoven, all these other people. They became geniuses because they practiced all the time. They did their craft. So the fact that Amy just goes, oh, I'm not a genius, I'm just talented, and she gives up, I'm like, I don't know. Jo kind of does the same thing in this book too. She goes, I'm good, I'm not great. I'll just, do what I can, but I'm not going to write anything great. And I think the reason why Louisa May Alcott had this belief, I think, is because she most likely had bipolar disorder. After reading, you can gain some insight on that if you read Eaton's Outcasts, which is also part of the Louisa May 2020 read-along. We did that in November. She would descend into what she called vortexes. So she would descend into a vortex. She wouldn't eat, she wouldn't drink, she wouldn't sleep. She would just write for like days and days at a time, like 23 days at a time. And that was how she worked best. That was in due partly to her bipolar disorder. So to her, that was genius burning. So whereas someone like, other authors like Elizabeth Gaskell or Jane Austen, they didn't have these episodes. They just sat down and wrote, and they worked hard at it. They didn't have these, periods of genius come over them. So I think that's where Louisa May Alcott was coming from, because that was her experience. But I don't think it's actually true for everyone. I think hard work has a huge part to play in it. Anyways, I think that's all I'm going to talk about for this video. I have a lot more thoughts, so if you have questions or you want to discuss something from Little Women, just comment down below and I'd love to do that. Or you can check out my Louisa May Alcott playlist, which I will link below for more videos like this. And there will be more videos coming out about Louisa May Alcott, about her works. And just so you know, Kate Howe and I, who are hosting this, we are having a video come out on the 29th of each month about the book that we will have read that month. So the next video that I will have coming out on Louisa May 2020 will be on January 29th about Little Men. So it's not too late to jump on the train, join us for the read-along. I've been really enjoying it, having so much fun. Don't forget to include hashtag Louisa May 2020 in your social media posts, and I would love to see how you're getting along in the read-along. So yeah, anyways, that is all for now, and I hope you are all filled with peace, hope, love, and joy. So take care of everyone. I've been stumbling over that line. How many times in the last videos I filmed? I think it must be getting to me in my head or something. So take care, everyone. Okay, bye.